Welcome. We are pleased to introduce you to the new world of glass digital decoration. Glass is the building material of choice in modern architecture. Across the globe, architectural glass has revolutionized our cityscapes with 4.5 billion square meters used in buildings every year. No other material gives the architect the same flexibility to make use of light, maximize comfort, and create innovative building designs. We are pleased to introduce a new innovation based on a patented technology developed at the University of Limerick in Ireland, which makes it possible to apply computer-generated graphics to architectural glass. Around the world, decorated glass is an important part of innovative building design, with decoration currently being carried out by a process called screen printing. Screen printing is an analog process where the decoration is transferred to the glass by a silkscreen template. This means that all patterns in a print run must be identical. This inflexibility severely limits an architect's ability to create innovative and varied decoration schemes. For the glass processor, screen printing is slow to set up and slow to change over. So it is only feasible for large volumes of identical patterns. The process has a large footprint on the factory floor, and storage of physical screens is a problem. It is only feasible for repeating patterns in 1 or 2 colors. The technology developed at the University of Limerick overcomes these problems by making it possible to digitally decorate glass using an industrial-scale inkjet printer. Inkjet printing is an entirely digitally controlled process that deposits tiny droplets of ink when and where they are required to build up an image, even in multiple colors. It is extremely flexible and is highly automated. Setup and changeover are instantaneous. All colors are printed in a single stage, so the footprint on the factory floor is dramatically reduced and patterns are stored digitally. This has been made possible by researchers at the University of Limerick through a scientific breakthrough which solved the problem of suspending highly dense ceramic glaze materials in an inkjet-compatible ink. The result is a new patented material called ceramic hot melt ink. Uniquely, this ink is solid at room temperature. It is heated in a specially designed industrial inkjet printer so that it melts to form a printable liquid. Once printed, the ink solidifies again on the glass. In the standard glass toughening process that follows, the high temperature fuses the print to the glass to yield a durable, fritted decoration. The hot melt ink has several advantages over the liquid inks used by competitors. The benefits include a very long shelf life for stability in storage and shipping, high solids loading for good color and density, conventional pigments for better reliability and cost, solidifies on contact so remains free from dust defects and does not require a drying process, solvent-free for excellent health and environmental safety. Digital technology breaks down the long-standing barriers to flexible glass decoration and, for the first time, introduces desktop graphic design capability to the factory floor with a process that can be run 24/7 without manual intervention. At last, an architect can create innovative and varied decorations for building projects of any scale. Here are some of the possibilities. Each sheet of glass can be uniquely decorated. High and low production volumes are equally feasible. Edge-to-edge printing is now possible. This is not viable with screen printing. Using ceramic hot melt inks in multiple colors, complex computer-generated decorations can be printed with ease. By digitally controlling the density of the print and by using gray scales, it is possible to fade from 100% opaque to 100% transparent. This gives the architect a huge degree of flexibility to control sunlight and blend the decoration into the building design. Decoration is no longer limited to the size of the silk screen. So glass of varying sizes and shapes can easily be decorated. By printing in layers, it is possible to achieve double vision, where a different image is visible from opposite sides of the glass. Unlike screen printing, inkjet is non-contact, so irregular surfaces and even curved glass can be digitally decorated. Glass digital decoration shatters the old illusions that have limited the use of creative decoration in architectural designs. Now, at the drawing stage, architects can wrap a decoration scheme around a building design so that the decoration blends with the design to maximize the functional effect, as well as adding dramatically to the aesthetic appeal of the building. Just look at some of the possibilities. Graded opacity that maximizes shading or transparency as required. Functional patterns, giving privacy to certain areas and maximizing the use of natural light. Seamless design throughout the building, on both internal and external glass. Individualizing projects with corporate logos and branding. Combining function and appeal with intricate patterns and detail. From architect through to glass manufacturer, the benefits of this breakthrough technology are very clear. The demand for decorated glass is global, amounting to more than 50 million square meters, with a value of €3.5 billion per year. In this market, digital decoration is just emerging, so the potential for growth is enormous. Glass digital decoration is going to radically change the way we view glass in architecture. The technology from the University of Limerick is the only glass decoration technology with granted patented protection and is now available for commercial exploitation. We want to invite you to be part of the revolution. Thank you for taking the time to view our presentation. To find out more about this exciting opportunity, please feel free to contact us.